Well, here's a look at some of the notable summer moves for our Americans abroad. Malik Tillman's move from PSV to Leverkusen was the biggest money move at $41 million. Johnny Cardoso's move from Real Betis to Atlético Madrid is the second most expensive at $28 million. And then finally, Reyna, he gets a move from Dortmund, and that was a $5 million move as he heads to Borussia Mönchengladbach. All right, so we're going to take a look at some of these Americans abroad moves and put them into tiers. All right, we love a good movie around here. So we're going to kind of break it up this way. Was it a blockbuster? Like, is this going to be a massive mega hit, like must-see stuff? Or is it going to be critically acclaimed? Like a good move, maybe not stealing the headlines, but one that is kind of underrated in a way. And then we've got easy watch. This is not going to knock your socks off necessarily, but it's a good move and not bad. Scary movie. This one could be a tough watch. This is like you're covering your eyes, your kid's eyes, and then a flop. Like boo, throwing tomatoes, not good at all. Okay, so that's kind of the framework and how we're grading some of these moves. And we're going to start West with Yunus Musah to Atalanta. Which tier is this move going into?
This was difficult for me. I waffled between easy watch and scary movie because I don't know where he's going to play. Raul Bellanova plays out wide on the right side. They've got Pasalic. They've got a couple other center mids that they rotate into the middle. Where's he going to play, number one? Is he going to be a starter? Will he get the required playing time? And again, where's he going to play? It's for his entire career, Yunus Musah has been shunted all around the pitch. We don't know what his best position is. Under Ivan Juric, I don't know if he's going to find his best position. So I'm going to stick him at easy watch because I think it could go well, but I'm a little bit worried.
Shout out to the graphics team. Bringing it on the spot. I like this.
Live. I love that. That's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure.
I teetered between easy watch and critically acclaimed for him because I think that the system at Atalanta could really fit him well, especially slotting him in the midfield as more of a midfield engine. Yeah. He hasn't really gotten that opportunity at Milan, not to mention scant minutes in contrast to what I think he's capable of. With that being said, I think he does have a little bit of overlap in terms of skills with some of the other players. I do think he's better than Suleimana with a little bit of overlap. And so I think that we could see him actually break out at Atalanta.
Just always tough going to a team with so much change. And that's going to
present but you know what? With the change, that gives him a bigger opportunity to step into a starting lineup because nobody's locked it in yet and convinced anyone of anything. So this is a good move.
All right, Cupo, well, speaking of some big opportunities, Reyna needs to seize this one at Mönchengladbach. What is this for you?
Come on, Cupo.
I'm sorry, but we have to put him in scary movie. He's shown repeated misstarts, underwhelming performances, a history of injury. Coming into Borussia Mönchengladbach, he also has a lot of competition still to be able to get minutes, and he's going to have to prove himself. Has he proven himself in the past thus far? No, not for me. He's going to have to do what he hasn't done before. So for me, he sits firmly in scary movie.
I actually have to agree with her.
Okay.
There's something about him.
Why does that sound like it pains you?
It's not, it doesn't, Cupo. But
Can you fight?
I tell you what pains me is knowing how much ability. It's knowing how much ability he actually has and how he hasn't actually yet produced. The hype in terms of what he's actually delivered hasn't added up as of yet. And I
agree with you.
This is an opportunity for Gio to reinstate himself. You know what I mean? It's a massive year. We know all the eyes are coming here in terms of the next 12 months. Reyna, please, I'm almost begging you, please.
I would compound that by saying it needs to be built upon what now is considered his potential, because we've never seen that since the glimmers. And so we now don't have a body of work to even base what he should be working off of.
Yeah, Reyna coming off of a flop, we can say that, at Dortmund. Well, let's talk about Johnny Cardoso. How would you rate this?
I just like Johnny, man. Everybody look at the smile on Johnny's face, by the way. Johnny is just everything that you want in a defensive midfielder. Johnny gives you tenacity, still, as you heard my boy Nico Cantor just talk about. He does everything with the nasty work, but then when he gets the ball, he's cool, he's calm, he's collected, he knows what to do with it. And Diego Simeone, we spoke about it this already in the last segment. There's a lot of pressure on him. I don't think there's a lot of pressure on his signing though, because this is already a player that's established in La Liga, understands the league, and will fit into this Atleti system. So I'm actually going to give him critically acclaimed. I don't think the fee is too heavy in terms of what he produces. I think he's going to assure himself probably in the national team as one of the major starters now, and know there's a lot of up and arms as to who's going to be in that midfield. I think Johnny is going to astound himself this year. I think he's going to have a great season. I think he's going to be an embodiment of consistency.
I love that. I love that. I don't think they've had a player that fits Diego Simeone's profile in that position since Rodri. They've been looking for that kind of really calm on the ball, breaks up play, distributes, doesn't really give the ball ball away, and that's Johnny. I love critical.
Like Johnny, bro.
Yeah.
Hey, that's
Loads of talent, big club move,
Facts.
lots of room for growth for him. If he rides between critically acclaimed and blockbuster, I wouldn't be surprised. But I think he's got the biggest ceiling that he could hit.
Before I get killed online, I don't want to say he's the same player as Rodri or the same level, but the type of player.
Don't worry
The
about it.
type
Don't worry
of
about
player.
it. Don't worry about it.
All right, well, I've got Malik Tillman at Leverkusen, and it was a good weekend for him individually. Made his debut, scored a goal, but wasn't called into Pochettino's squad, so maybe a little bit of a chip on his shoulder for these upcoming friendlies for the U.S. And then the Leverkusen went on to blow that lead, and Erik ten Hag was sacked just 3 matches into the season. So for this one, I because of the uncertainty at the managerial position and just the direction that Leverkusen is going in, all the just outgoing moves from some really important players of these past iterations of the squad, I'm going to say scary movie just because of the environment at Leverkusen. But as far as Malik Tillman as an individual, I think this was a good move. I think his game will translate well to the Bundesliga. So for him, I would say easy watch. So can I teeter him between?
Put him right in the middle.
Oh, we're not doing that.
We're straddling fences. We're not straddling fences.
Make your pick. Straddling two
Make a
worlds,
pick.
But you know what? But are you guys with me on that? Just because of all this uncertainty, all this
I'd put him in easy watch up to critically acclaimed because I think he's going to have a good season. Erik ten Hag just got fired. Erik ten Hag just got fired, so it's not Ten Hag. So it bumps him up for me. It bumps him up for me. I put him in easy watch. I would put him in easy watch.
That's fair.
Jeez.
Okay, so you're not going to kill me too much for that
Who's his
one.
manager? Who's his manager?
That's a great question.
Just write not Ten Hag.
So maybe that would actually move it up to easy watch. All right, next up we've got Tim Weah to Marseille, West.
Timo.
Yes, I really like this move for Tim. I love his versatility. In the same mold of Yunus Musah, I want him to find his position and cement it. There's also a lot of competition for his position in Marseille. So I think the league he's suited to, I think that the type of club he's coming into and the type of playing time he'll have fits him, but critically acclaimed would have to be a guaranteed starter. We know he's getting a ton of minutes, so I'm going to go to easy watch because I don't know how many minutes he will get with the competition that he has at Marseille.
Okay.
I actually think he's going to get a lot more minutes than people give him.
I hope he does.
Because De Zerbi, I think, is going to say, look, this is the type of player that I know is versatile. It doesn't matter in terms of my flexibility of a system if I play 3-3-4 or if I play 3-3-4. No, I never said that way. 4-3-3. Or if I play 5 in terms of in the midfield. Timothy Weah is someone that can be versatile both ways because we know what his main skills is. His athleticism, his dynamic behavior, in terms of his ability to be cool on the ball as well. So I think he's a lot more tactically aware than people kind of give him credit for.
Oh,
maybe
yeah.
But maybe
he's played everywhere.
He's played absolutely everywhere. So I think this actually probably could be a little bit of a steal in terms of as a move. So I would only argue maybe critically acclaimed, definitely.
Yeah.
Don't think it's a blockbuster yet.
I straddle both worlds with the both of you.
Yeah.
Quite frankly, I also think that the tempo and pace of this squad suit him a lot better than Juve did. He can actually hit those jet engines and work a little bit harder than we can. Yeah. All right, let him cut loose.
Let him cook.
Okay, let him cook. Hey, no blockbuster moves or flops just yet. Is that going to change when Cupo takes us to Matt Turner and his move back to Major League Soccer?
Let's
No, back to MLS. He'll be fine. Or he's going to Lyon.
Well, he's in New England Revolution.
Revs.
Yes.
Okay. I'm like, let me make sure my brain processes this.
You got it.
It's familiar territory, right? So maybe he's not being tested as much as he was abroad, but I think he returns to MLS. More refined than he had ever been. So I think this will be great for the Revs.
Blockbuster.
Yeah, toss him back up into Blockbuster.
Come on.
He's come back. He needs the minutes. No, on both sides, quite frankly. Revs benefit from him. He benefits from consistent minutes. There's no reason that he should be sitting anywhere on a bench. The refinements and the pressure abroad should have brought him a little bit more polish coming back around.
I know Tommy Scoops is pulling his hair out right now. I know he's pulling his hair out right now. Like, what? Blockbuster? Oh, leave that alone. I got love for Matt. Former Arsenal player, you know.
Absolutely. Big love for Matt.
I got love for Matt.
Matt jumped into my mentions to say that me and Eberechi Eze would be friends. So that I took that one home.
By
I was like,
definitely Blockbuster.
We would absolutely. Blockbuster. That's my guy.
Okay, Aaron, you're kind of hiding our last two friends. If you want to take a little step back. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Well, I've got Paxten Aaronson, who is making a move to the Colorado Rapids. And this one, Paxten Aaronson himself even said was a bit of a surprise. Preseason didn't go exactly as he hoped with Frankfurt, and now he's got a really big opportunity coming to an MLS side where he does have the potential to really take this team to new heights, to a great level. So I'm going to put this at critically acclaimed because I think a player of Paxten Aaronson's quality, a player with the ceiling that he has coming in and playing in that attacking midfield role to really drive the game, to me, this is a move where Paxten Aaronson, pressure's on. The time is now. He's kind of like on the outside looking in of Mauricio Pochettino's plans. Poch has already said guys in MLS are going to get an equal look as anybody else in the world. He's rated it high as a league. So I think for all those reasons, and Paxten Aaronson saying himself that conversations with Chris Armas have him believing that this is a really good fit, having the confidence from a coach behind you, knowing that you have a role and a plan, that should inspire, I think, a really good season from Paxten Aronson, and we'll see what it does for him in terms of the USMNT picture.
Okay.
If this wasn't a World Cup year, I wouldn't like this move. But for these guys who are coming back home to get regular playing time, to get into this World Cup squad, to get the minutes that they need, I'm fine with that. If it was, say, 2027 and he was just coming back to MLS, I would think, stay in Europe, please. Fight it out, figure it out. But this is an incredibly important period this next year, so I like this move. Yeah,
you got to know that you have a role and that you're going to be getting those crucial minutes. Okay, so Paxten Aronson, critically acclaimed. We close it out with Patrick Agyemang, Derby County, Jaydee.
Let's go, Charlotte! Let's go, baby!
If you haven't seen this young man play, please just pay attention. His body type, his ability, and also his mentality is perfectly suited for the championship. He's going to work so well with John Eustace, so I'm going to put him straight away into blockbuster.
Let's go.
I see the potential.
Let's go.
I love it, and I'm saying this right now, that's a future Premier League player.
Hey.
100% that's a future Premier League player. He's got all of the credentials. I know he's had a couple of injury problems, but once those level out and he understands everything that it can do in terms of his body, his ability, and he works well with my boy Ryan Brewster up top, I'm telling you, wait for it. This right here, Patrick Agyemang, I love it. That's my move of the summer.
Especially when it comes to strikers, when they've had a long kind of winding path, I love that because it means they have the mentality.
Facts.
It means that they will fight through anything. They will do whatever it takes to get where they want to go. I love that. I absolutely love this move for him. Big fan of his. I love Charlotte. I'm glad that he got to make his name in Charlotte and keep it pushing. Yeah, I like this.
Don't get into a 50-50 with him because
you don't want it. You don't want it. He wants it more than you.
And it helps that there are a number of USMNT strikers, or at least players in that pool, who are not just playing in the championship but doing well. So that keeps that competition alive and well.